All right, if you're a tradesperson in Ireland, you've probably heard of Tradesmen.ie. But how does it really work? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and break down the entire platform from a pro's point of view. Let's just jump right in. It really is the question that's always on your mind, isn't it? Doesn't matter if you're just starting or you've been in the game for years. You always need to keep that pipeline of work flowing. Word of mouth is fantastic, but how do you tap into something bigger?
Well, that's where platforms like Tradesmen.ie step in. They promise this constant stream of homeowners who need exactly what you do. But, it's not some magic button you press. There's a whole system behind it: fees, rules, a way of doing things. And that's exactly what we're going to get into in this explainer.
Okay, so first things first, how do you even get on the platform to begin with? It all starts with their onboarding and verification process. And really, this is all about making sure that everyone on there is a legit, qualified professional.
It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you'll pay a one-time registration fee to get the ball rolling. Next, you've got to submit a few key documents to prove you are who you say you are. And once they've given everything the once-over and you get the green light, that's it. You're verified and you're in. And they're pretty thorough about what they need. You're going to need your photo ID, a recent utility bill to prove your address, and this is a big one, at least 5 customer references. On top of that, you'll need proof of your public liability insurance and, of course, any certs or qualifications for your trade. All right, so you've jumped through the hoops, you're verified, you're in the system. Now what? How do you actually get work? This brings us to the economy of the whole platform. And it's all built around 2 things: credits and leads. So the whole system runs on this thing they call credits. Honestly, the best way to think of them is like tokens at an old school arcade. You use real money to buy a stack of credits up front, and then you spend those credits inside the platform. They don't have any actual cash value, but you can't play the game without them.
And what are you spending those arcade tokens on?
You're buying leads. A lead is basically a job opportunity. It's got the customer's details and a description of the job they want done. Now, here's the key thing to remember. You're not paying for a guaranteed job. You're paying for the chance to quote for that job. So where do these credits actually go? Well, a few places. If you want instant job alerts pinged to your phone, each text costs a tiny fraction of a credit. When you actually get a lead, there's a flat 1 credit processing fee. But the main event, the biggest cost, is the bid you place for the lead itself. And that number can change a lot depending on how big the job is. And that brings us to the most competitive part of this whole thing: actually winning the lead. This isn't just about being ready to work. You've got to be a little strategic here. So there are 2 ways this can play out. If a job lead comes in and not many people are interested, we're talking 4 bidders or less, it's just a straight-up race. First come, first served. Simple. But if a lead is a hot one and more than 4 of you go for it in the first 15 minutes, it flips into an auction. The lead then goes to the 4 tradespeople who bid the most credits. The whole system is built for speed because you have to be quick. You can log into the website to place your bid, sure, but you can also do it right from your phone with a text. You just text the lead's unique ID number, add a colon, and then pop in the number of credits you want to bid. So for lead 12345, a bid of 15 credits would look just like that. Now, once you win that lead and you're talking to a potential client, it's a new ballgame. You're not just representing your own business anymore. You're kind of representing the platform too. And because of that, there's a pretty strict code of conduct you have to agree to. This is really all about professionalism and trust. You're expected to show your photo ID at that first meeting, always provide quotes in writing, no verbal agreements, and keep the client in the loop on how the job's going. And, of course, you've got to handle their personal info securely, all the GDPR stuff. And those rules extend to how you act when you're actually on the job site. A lot of it is common sense stuff, like showing up on time and not smoking on their property, but it also covers the practical things, like making sure you protect the work area and, really important, leaving the site spotless when you're done. Okay, so we've walked through getting started, the whole credits and leads system, how to bid, and the rules of the road. So let's put it all together. What's the bottom line here? At the end of the day, it's a trade-off. On one side, you've got your costs: the registration fee, some processing fees, and of course the ongoing cost of buying credits to bid for work. On the other side, what you get is direct access to a list of potential clients who are actively looking for someone with your skills, right in your area. And hey, if you're on the fence, there's a bit of a safety net, a 14-day cooling off period to get a refund if you decide it's just not for you. And that's really the whole system in a nutshell. You've got the full breakdown now, the costs, how it works, the rules. So the only question left is the one right there on the screen. Is this the right tool to help you grow your business? That's a decision only you can make. Thanks for tuning in.